Just like your repairman has his truck or his tool belt, or even Batman has his utility belt, for most jobs that we need to get done, everybody has a set of tools and resources that they use so they can do their job better. And in my opinion, the exact same goes for weight loss. And I have my own little toolkit, if you will, of different both tangible physical items and different states of mind and mentalities. This toolkit helps me achieve success a little bit easier when it comes to weight loss than if I was doing it without any tools at all. So I wanted to share my weight loss toolkit with you. Keep in mind that all toolkits are going to look a little bit different depending on what type of person you are, how you function best, and what you need to do you. So here's my toolkit just to give you a couple of ideas on how you can build your own. I am never ever seen without a water bottle, and if I am without a water bottle, I feel naked. Just like some of us feel naked without our rings or our phones, I feel naked without a water bottle, and I actually have two that I use on a regular basis. This one that has a straw, because drinking out of a straw is very easy, and I actually end up getting more water when I drink out of a straw. And I also have one near me with a cap that I use when I go places. It fits in my car's cup holder and it's less likely to spill than this one is, because if this topples over, water's coming out. The point is, a water bottle is an essential item in my toolkit because hydration is an essential item not only to physical health but to weight loss. And I have a blog post and I think even a video. I can't remember if I have a video or a blog post, but I have some sort of post on hydration that I will post up there for you if you're interested in more information. A food scale is on the top priority of tools that you need to lose weight. Regardless of what plan you use, odds are portion control and watching your food intake is part of that weight loss plan, even if your plan is simply counting calories on your own. And the best way I find to do that is not to measure with tablespoons and cups because there's room for error, but use a food scale because you can measure anything. I measure my meat, I measure my cereal, I measure my ice cream, all in grams or ounces. And it helps me get an incredibly accurate view of what I'm eating in a day. It also makes measuring incredibly easy. There is no cleaning out your measuring scoops or anything like that because you can just place the item on the food scale and after every item hit the zero out button so you can weigh each component of your plate individually without having to make any muss or fuss, and then you know exactly what you're getting. So picking up a food scale is very, very essential in my toolkit. I will have a link below to a couple of options that you can find rather inexpensively. Essential number 3 for your toolkit is a plan. Now, a plan isn't necessarily a tangible item, but if you want to lose weight, you need to have a plan of action. Whether your plan is Weight Watchers like mine, or Atkins, or Beachbody, or even just counting calories on your own. The fact is you have a plan. You cannot expect to lose weight if you change nothing. The magic weight loss fairy doesn't come down once you go, I want to lose weight, and you keep doing the same thing and the weight just comes off. No, something has to change. And that change that you need to make is essentially your plan. Whatever your plan is, you need a plan in order to succeed. Another item that is not necessarily tangible but is something you can feel and is essential to my toolkit is sleep. So many of us do not get enough sleep, and I just did a video on sleep and how some ways to get more of it and better quality of it. But think about it for a second. When you get enough sleep, you feel good, you have more willpower, you have more confidence, you have more energy, and everything just seems to go well. Think about how you feel when you don't get enough sleep. And maybe even it's one night or maybe it's more regularly. But how do you fuel your body when you don't have enough sleep? Well, you have two different scenarios, generally speaking. The first scenario is you manage to stay on track because your willpower is extraordinary, and for that I commend you. But you're going to find that you are tired, groggy, laggy, and probably hangry as well because you're not getting enough food and you don't have enough energy because your body is requiring more energy due to lack of sleep. The other thing that happens, which is probably what happens for most of us, myself included, is you use food to replace the energy you would have gotten sleeping, and usually that requires fattier foods, more sugary foods, quick burst of energy foods. Those quick bursts of energy foods are not necessarily the healthiest foods for you, but it gives you the quick burst of energy you need. So you're either going to be over-caffeinated over your calorie intake or both, which is not a good situation for anybody. So if you get those Z's, you will more likely have stronger self-control, more willpower, and you are more likely to succeed. Food journals are super important in my opinion and is a key component in my toolkit because it tells me not only what I've eaten for the day, but more importantly, what I still have left to eat for the day. Studies have shown that people that write down what they eat consume 30% less calories. 30% is a significant amount of food in a day. 30% less calories can very quickly add up to a couple of pounds lost, which is awesome. Whether you decide to get an app that helps you track like MyFitnessPal or the Weight Watchers app, or you decide to go old school, grab yourself a little notebook and a pen, write down what you eat. It helps so much. You can keep it really simple and just write down what food you're eating, or you could get into more depth and write down the smart points values if you're a Weight Watchers person, or maybe how many of each macro you're getting, how many calories you're eating. Just so you have a general idea of what you're eating, you will more likely than not consume less food over time. I find that an incredibly essential tool for my toolkit is having a goal. Whether my goal be fitting back into my favorite pair of jeans or losing those next 5 to 10 pounds, having a goal means having something to work for. And when you have something to work for, it's a lot more motivating and inspiring than just saying, I'm gonna lose weight, but I don't really have a number, I don't really have a goal, I don't really have an idea of what I want that to look like. But just like with anything else, whether your goal is weight loss, your goal is increasing your business, your goal is making a little bit more money, or your goal is spending more time with your family, you have an idea of what that looks like, right? Without a goal, you don't know if you've achieved what you wanted or not. So a goal is an essential. Along with your goal, you should have a why. And a why and a goal are not the same thing. While your goal is a measurable thing that tells you if you're doing it right, the why is why you want to do said thing. In the case of this video, lose weight. Why do you want to lose weight? A why is not because I want to lose 10 pounds, but why do you want to lose those 10 pounds? Do you want to fit back into those jeans? Do you want to look stellar in your wedding dress or feel a little bit more confident when you're naked? Do you want to be able to run around with your children or grandchildren, but right now your extra weight is keeping you from doing that comfortably? Whatever it is, you need to have a why, and that why should really help propel you into feeling inspired and motivated to reach your goals. Does that make sense? And again, this doesn't necessarily specifically apply to weight loss. It is, for the sake of this video, applying to weight loss, but why do you want to get that promotion? Why do you want to spend more time with your family? Why? Why is a really good motivator. Once you've figured out that why, and seriously, take some time, pause this video even, take some time and think about what your why is. Why do you want to lose weight? And now that you've figured out your why, go ahead and find ways to remind yourself of that why. If your why is because I want to fit back into my smallest clothes that are in my closet, hang an outfit in the front of the closet where you can see it and stay motivated. If it's because you want to look better naked, well, I don't really have a good way to motivate you to do that. However you need to motivate yourself to achieve that why is all on you. Regardless, whatever the why is, make sure you have reminders posted somewhere that tell you this is important. It is more important than that cupcake. It is more important than sitting in front of the TV. You should get up and go for a walk. Your why is your motivation, and that's why the why is essential. When hunger strikes and it's not quite time for dinner, it is so essential to have some snacks that are your go-tos that will not throw your calorie or points out of whack, and you can grab easily so you can save your willpower for when you really need it. I have things like vegetables and hummus, pre-cut fruit, low-fat string cheese, fat-free Greek yogurt, and Quest bars to help keep me satisfied in between meals when a snack attack strikes. And because of this, I can grab a snack or two without going over my points budget and keeping me on track for losing weight, which is essential. Whatever plan you're on, whatever you're doing, find a couple of grab-and-go things that are super easy to keep in a drawer or nearby when you're at work or on the go, because then you're more likely to go ahead and stay on track instead of grabbing something full of sugar or fat to satiate yourself in between meals. Bonus tip, the same goes for dessert. Have a couple of go-to desserts if you're a sugar person like me that won't break the points budget or the calorie bank, and then you'll be able to have a little bit of dessert every night without going over. To me, my Fitbit is super duper essential to my toolkit. I have my Fitbit on me all the time. I feel naked without it. I'm sad when I'm not wearing it because it's charging, and it helps me keep track of the activity I'm doing day to day. I guarantee you that if you put an activity tracker on, you will find that you are doing significantly less activity than you think you are. And calories in versus calories out. If we're not putting out as many calories as we think we are significantly cheating ourselves when it comes to calorie in versus calorie out equals losing weight. I love an activity tracker for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, it keeps us honest. It keeps us knowing exactly how much movement we're doing on a given day, and that will help us increase our chances of losing weight because we can track how much we're doing. Secondly, I'm a very competitive person. And with this Fitbit specifically, I don't know about other activity monitors because I only use a Fitbit, but I can compete with my friends. And that's a lot of fun. I have a couple friends in particular that I compete with almost every week, and I will see that if I am not beating specific people, I will get up and go walk just to beat these people. So I get the little self-confidence booster of knowing I'm winning, but more importantly, I'm getting even more steps in because of the competition, and that's the entire point of the competition. It's not to win, but the gamification of the stepping really does help. You ultimately end up winning anyway. Just like it's a good idea to have some go-to snacks, it's a really good idea to have a couple of go-to recipes that are quick, easy to make, and will help you on days that you're really rushed and you're really kind of feeling like you should go to the drive-thru because you don't want to make dinner. I personally have a couple of recipes that I make, including my chili. On the weekends, I make just chicken or fish. Really easy, just like in the oven with quinoa, which is super simple, and fresh veggies that are in the steamer or in the microwave. And it's really easy, really healthy, and doesn't take a whole lot of time. I will also go as far as to food prep. I'll take an hour or two on one day during the week, and I will take Tupperware containers and freshly chopped up food and divide them into single servings for myself during the week. So when I want to cook, all I have to do is take out one container, plop it on either in a pot or on a cookie sheet so I can throw it in the oven, and it's done, and it took me a whopping 2 minutes to make because I already did the work. And this really helps me, especially on days that I just came home from a rehearsal or did a lot of work that day and I'm just tired. This helps me stay on track because it saves me from myself and my desire to not cook. So I have a couple of really easy recipes that make it super simple for you to make dinner regardless of how much energy or time you have. The last thing I have in my toolkit are rewards. I am a very reward-driven person. If I am told that I will get something I really want if I do X, Y, or Z, then I am much more likely to achieve X, Y, and Z so I can get all of the things. That's just me. I don't know how many of you are reward-driven, but I'm pretty sure there's at least some of you out there that are as reward-driven as I am. Therefore, I have a lot of different rewards, and I don't necessarily have any set rewards yet, but some things, like if I'm having a really good week where I work out, my workouts are on par and my eating is right on, then maybe I'll reward myself by taking myself and get a manicure. Or I will reward myself with a night off, and instead of working and cleaning the house, I'll sit and read a book or watch a movie I've really been wanting. And then when I start to lose more weight, maybe the 10-pound mark means a new shirt. Or the 20-pound mark will probably mean a new outfit or a new pair of pants because the clothes will be starting to get a little bit loose. So sometimes my rewards correspond with the weight loss, and sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's just a new lipstick that I've been dying to try and needed an excuse to buy. Whatever it is, it encourages me to get my workouts in, go for that extra walk, go that extra mile, and earn not only the weight loss, but the reward that I've set for myself. So it's really encouraging for me to have rewards. And those are some of the essential items in my weight loss toolkit. Let me know in the comments below what your essential weight loss toolkit items are. Like I said, some of these aren't going to work for everybody. Maybe all of them aren't going to work for somebody. I don't know, but this is personally what works for me, and I wanted to make sure I shared them with you to help give you a couple of guidelines when starting to build your own weight loss toolkit. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you are all well. Take care, be healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!